All right, Broncos fans, this is Husky Hardcore here, going to give you my post-game thoughts about the Chiefs at Broncos game happened this weekend. I'm not very happy about it. Don't think a lot of us should be. We'll just go ahead and start off with the offense. Can't complain too much about the offense. They had the ball 6 times and they scored on four times that they had the ball. One of them was kind of disappointed that we didn't get into the end zone when we had to settle for the field goal there at the end when we had a first and goal situation like we did last week and we weren't able to punch it into the end zone. That's going to be a problem for us, I think, later on if we can't get that going. Um, I didn't like our third down play call on it when we threw the ball short of the end zone to on first or second down, you can maybe try to throw that little pass to the outside short of the end zone and try to get in. But on third down, when you need that touchdown to put the game out of reach, you got to throw that ball into the end zone. Uh, Besides that, this whole game was basically, and I've said this last year, and probably times in the past, the year before that, but I don't think that anybody could beat. Well, this year's different, but I've said in the past in other years, the only team that could beat us is us ourselves. And we sure tried everything we could to beat ourselves in this game. And beating ourselves, I mean, would be is against that team against the Kansas City Chiefs. When you look at their lineup, is uh is is horrible. A lot of that had to do with penalties. A lot of those penalties were on the defensive side, but since I'm talking offense first, Demarius Thomas had that long screen pass that was called back. Uh, People downfield. I don't know linemen downfield. It depends on I don't know who to blame on that. The linemen, if they're supposed to go downfield, they can do that as long as Demarius is behind the line of scrimmage. But Demarius wasn't behind the line of scrimmage, so either Demarius went out past the line of scrimmage, or the linemen just went out on their own. Tricky play, but that halted one of our drives in the first half. Then on that, I think it was the same drive, Caldwell dropped a third down pass that would have been a first down. I'm not really sure why Caldwell has been getting the playing time over Cody Latimer. I like Latimer. Been thinking this whole off season before we even got going to Latimer, he's going to be a good wide receiver at some time. He's more of a physical wide receiver. He's got great hands. He's a better blocker downfield when it comes to our running game. And not sure why Caldwell's getting the snaps right now. Sounds like Walker will be back next week. So this might be a mute point to be complaining about it, but um, kind of disappointed. Again, beating ourselves is going to be a theme in this video. Defensively, put all of our money. We got some good players that came in and talked about how we got a tougher defense. Our defense is supposed to have an attitude that we haven't had in years, and I have not seen it yet in our first 2 games. It's been really, really disappointing. Now, I do think we have better players. Uh, the additions of Ward to leave, uh, Ware, Brad Roby as the draft pick. I mean, they've been playing all right. They've been playing good, and I think we got better players out there. It's got to be just the play calling. We don't blitz a whole lot, which I understand with the lead. Maybe you don't go all out with some blitzing and uh, try not to get beat deep. But against this Kansas City Chiefs team, and against the Colts the week before, we cannot just sit back and let teams come back on us. I know I'm thinking that our defensive coordinator Del Rio is thinking, well, we just got to sit back and not get beat deep. Our offense is still going to score some points and we'll be fine. So far, we have been, but the time of possession that the Chiefs had to have a 10-minute drive, we hardly had the ball at all in the entire second half. We cannot let a team like the Chiefs have long, sustaining drives like that. Um, this is my second attempt at this video. I had the box scores up here. I can't go up anymore, check it out anymore. But look at these players that are on the Chiefs that beat us yesterday. Niles Davis, their backup running back. Fasano tight end. Travis Kelce tight end. Dwayne Bowe had 3 catches. These other few other wide receivers at the end. I mean, this is not a stellar lineup. This, if you go player by player, our second team offense has better potential than the Kansas City Chiefs do. And to let them hang around in this game and sit back like that was horrible. Now, just not saying that we just sat back, because we could have had them off the field many times. Penalties on third down, penalties that gave them first downs to keep drives going alive, keep going. That's going to be a problem. We're beat ourselves. I mean, we almost gave the game away. They had a chance there at the end to at least tie it, and if not, go for 2 and take the lead. And if they would have done that, really upset that John Fox wasn't calling timeouts there at the end. If they don't score the touchdown, fine, we can run out the clock. If they do score the touchdown and tie it up, it gives us time to get into field goal range. If they go for the 2-point conversion and they're up by 1, well, then we need that time. And we just let that clock run. That was not very good coaching there at the end. Also, that I wasn't very happy about. But defensively, like I said, we're sitting back. This pass rush, this attitude, I haven't seen it. We're not getting to the quarterback. And we have played 2 of the more mobile quarterbacks in these first 2 games, and they're scrambling out. Alex Smith made some good plays with his feet, but at the same time, if Alex Smith and Niles Davis were making those plays against us last week, just wait till this next week when we go up against Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch. We got to stop that. We have to stop that stuff. Penalties, like I said, sustains the drives, stopped us from getting a touchdown on the Aqib Talib interception return. This game could have been a blowout. If we didn't give them first downs, our offense would have been on the field. There's no reason Peyton Manning shouldn't have had 5 touchdowns against that horrible defensive backfield that the Chiefs have. We about beat ourselves. Long story short, I'm going to go ahead and just end this video. I've been having problems. I don't know why YouTube's not uploading these when I get done. Hopefully a little shorter will work, but big problems. No surprise, everybody. Y'all watch the game. Penalties, and there's something with our defensive play calling. With the defensive players that we have, we need to be a better defense. And sitting back and making dumb plays, dumb penalties, we can't. If the Chiefs were able to come back on us like that this week, there's going to be a team that comes back on us and beats us. I mean, we're going to have to win these games. We beat the Colts, but the Colts most likely are going to have home field advantage because they have the weakest schedule in the NFL, and we have the hardest. The Raiders have the hardest because they have to play us twice, but the hardest schedule in the NFL. It'll be hard for us to get home field advantage. We cannot give games away. If we want to have home field advantage in the playoffs, we cannot give games away. And we let a team like the Kansas City Chiefs come back on us like that, we will give games away this year. And with all the defensive acquisitions we made, how good our offense should be, that's unacceptable. We need to get our stuff together. Hopefully, as the time goes on, we're playing harder teams, and we will get into a flow here. It's really not how you start a season, it's how you finish, as we all saw last year. So if this is a slow start and we're playing really good in January and then the big game in February, this will all be mute. But as of right now, we have problems of not getting to the quarterback, sitting back on defense, letting teams get back into the game on us, and we can't let that happen. All right, I'm going to try to upload this, and I'll be back later on this week with my Denver at Seattle preview. Later.